Peace, peace, peace. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Noam coming at y'all real quick. Right now I'm seduly at work. Just letting y'all know, man. Our Detroit Pistons have hired head coach, former Raptors head coach DeWayne Casey. This is one of the main guys I wanted, primarily because I feel like his style of coaching fits the Pistons better than it did the Raptors. Primarily because the Pistons win as a collective team, not as a couple of players here and there. We win as a unit. And he couldn't have came on the roster at a better time. I know Highland Park, shout out to Mr. Highland Park, man, 313. I know he has a different feeling about the way the roster is because he feel like we got too many contracts tied in. I don't think he's too completely hauled in on the Blake Griffin scenario still being here. I'm about to tell you the reason why this DeWayne Casey scenario is going to work out. And a couple of red flags. Well, let's get to the red flags first. We know there was some bad decision making in the playoffs, but it was gutsy at the same time. Putting a rookie on LeBron James in the playoffs, bad decision to a certain degree, but gutsy at the same time because this rookie does play good defense. Who I forget his name is. No, hey, at one point we had Stanley Johnson on LeBron James when he was a rookie. And he's been on LeBron James for ever since then. So, and this was in the playoffs, and we actually held up pretty well compared to the Raptors did that same year when they was in the Eastern Conference with the Cavs. So, I just hope that don't translate. This is what I was about to say. I hope when it doesn't translate where he doesn't, play rookies as often just because of that scenario. No, we still need him to play the rookies because Stefanski in the midst too, saying he want younger players. Guys like Ellison, Luke Kennard, Stanley Johnson. The development, that's a good thing that we want to hear. And the really thing, this is what I'm about to really get into, was really go make this work out so well. The Pistons, we was 5 games or more out of the playoffs last year, primarily because we didn't have a point guard. And the thing is, we was unhealthy because Ish turned things up, but still not the way Reggie Jackson can give us. You know what I mean? That was the big thing. If the Pistons would have got Reggie Jackson, let's say, after Blake Griffin first week, Pistons would have made the playoffs and probably won the series. I'm just that confident with the stuff that Blake and Dre did alone, and then Ish naturally plays even better when Reggie's around. I mean, come on, man. It's nothing you can't beat that deal. The Pistons are right there set. And then that's the other thing, Blake Griffin, man. You got not only a good head coach that's good with the young guys, but you got a player that's like a head coach that's going to will the young guy. If y'all notice anything, when Blake Griffin came over here, it seemed like Ish Smith found his shot. Now, I know Ish Smith is actually a veteran, and he's a guy that's been struggling to shoot the ball, but it seems like Blake Griffin willed some confidence into everybody else, man, because he's the guy they kind of wanted to play up for Blake Griffin. You not go play up necessarily for Tobias. I mean, you'll play up for him because that's your teammate and this and that and other, but Blake Griffin makes you want to play up with him because he wasn't a selfish superstar. So it's like he came in, he used his ball hogging skills in a positive way. He used the way a superstar will hold the ball, he used it as a way to set up plays or either score points. And this is what having him around, you saw him connect with guys out the G League or D League, whatever they call them, like Reggie Hearn, Kay Felder. You saw him making connections with those guys, letting them giving them game balls and this and that, just making them feel welcome, even though he was the one coming into the new Detroit Pistons at the time. But he still made them feel important, And this is the type of stuff. You got DeWayne Casey right there who looks like a down-to-earth guy who can really bring and make young guys feel like they can do anything they want. Then you bring a guy like Blake Griffin who's humble towards his teammates over here in Detroit and actually likes being a Piston and actually is glad to be here. I mean, come on, man. How can you not take that, man, and run with it? Man, the Pistons, things are hot. Right now, as it stands, Detroit Pistons are the scariest team right now already in the offseason in the NBA. F the contracts, F the money. None of us is getting paid. If anything, Blake Griffin coming down here to Detroit, y'all, and I want y'all to really listen up to this. Anything Blake Griffin coming down here to Detroit, this actually brought more money to LCA. So his contract, although it cost a pretty penny, it really brought more revenue. Before his first game, they was crowded down there at downtown Little Caesar Arena. They was crowded, and that was before his first game. I mean, stuff selling out. Hey, bringing him here means that myself, if I choose to start and do a job there one day, or some of my buddies who work there at LCA, they get to work. They probably have more off-side visits for the Pistons now, consistently in the city, because now we got Blake Griffin here. And now you bring DeWayne Casey, a serious head coach, who they struggle in the playoffs, but this man still got to the Eastern Conference Finals. Regardless of his mistakes, he still got to the Eastern Conference Finals. He may not be my main guy either. I was interested in John Beeline, but I had my other guys too I was thinking about. I ain't going to say who. But, it's like, hey, you got DeWayne Casey, and then you got a proven, a mature league as far as NBA. Well, he's mature in general, but a mature, five-time all-star, superstar, for God's sakes. And then you still got Dre, you got Stanley Johnson, and you still got Reggie, who has it right now. We already said the Pistons really just got to fix their bench up. Specifically, that power forward spot, the center, and that dang on point guard spot as the bench. Well, that's where the areas we need to hit hard on the bench. We got a decent center power forward guy off the bench when Eric Moreland. He's a decent, real good defender. He's another guy I wouldn't mind them trying to invest into and develop off the bench. You know what I'm saying? That's another guy. But all we need to find is the guys who can back up Reggie just in case he does get hurt. So this time we know we have a for sure point guard that can step in and give us a little bit what he can give us that can help hold us with having Blake here. And then we need to develop a good power forward off the bench too, because if Blake gets hurt, as he did at the last few weeks of the season, when Reggie actually oddly came back. So, you know what I mean? That's all it is. So DeWayne Casey, I think, can figure this out. And we just need to find a good competent GM to go along with it, guys. So, Chauncey don't act like he wanted. Hell, I personally wouldn't mind taking one of the 04 boys coming back here and see if they can play GM. I don't care if it was Tayshaun or whoever else. I'm not sure who's out there. I think anybody enough should be deep. I say let Stefanski see if he knows anybody that could, be a real good, admirable, GM for us between him and DeWayne Casey. See who they know that they feel like they can trust together and bring him over here as a Piston. I say you go that route. I don't think Tom Gore should go overboard trying to find the guy himself. I think he needs less Stefanski and guys like, DeWayne Casey now help search for a appropriate GM, kind of come together on that terms. They probably will on that level, but if they got somebody in mind, I say do so, but make sure he's good. But everybody, this is a good feeling right now for the Pistons. I'm waiting and seeing though with it. I ain't just go overhype it. I'm gonna give this man a chance to come in and make his name for himself. Like I say, he is experienced in the playoffs. As much as there is red flags in the playoffs, at the end of the day, this man still made it to the Eastern Conference Finals on at least an occasion or two. And that's still good enough for me because he does have some winning experience. So let's roll with this. Not to make this about race, but a good black man gets another job as a head coach. I appreciate that. Let's see what we can do. This your boy Noam. Shout out to everybody in DVE. Let's go Pistons. Let's go Lions. Tigers, hang in there. Red Wings, y'all know what to do. Shout out to everybody DVE. Peace.